Hey guys, I am back after a very, very long time of being gone forever. But I wanted to say I was gone because it got a little hectic in school, so there was a lot of schoolwork, and then it was my birthday, April 16th, and that's what those two balloons over there are for. I got another fragrance as a gift, which I'm hoping to review in the same week, hopefully. I don't know if I can. But it's a fragrance that I've never had before, and I never really looked into the brand, but now I'm very glad that my friend got it for me. And also, it is the end of Fiesta, I believe, here in San Antonio, Texas. And if you don't know what that is, it's like a big celebration we have, and it's like every day is something new. There's a Nyosa, which is a night in Old San Antonio. We have our Oyster Fest, and we have our day and night parades, and we have a river parade also. And there's a couple other side festivities. And I went with a friend on two of those days, and I went with my parents and family on Saturday, which was yesterday. But it's past 12, so it's basically Monday, and I should be asleep. But I had a lot of that, and then that's where I had this cap from, so I'm going to wear it in this video because I thought it was pretty cool. So today I'm going to review Curious because, I don't know, I felt like reviewing something I never reviewed before, so it's by Britney Spears, and I believe it is her first fragrance. This is the bottle, and I believe this one's the 1 ounce. Yes, it's the 1 ounce fragrance, and it comes with a little pink charm. Hopefully it is focusing. But yeah, it looks like a little blue UFO kind of clamshell vintage perfume bottle. And it's a very light blue one. Not the color of my hat. But yeah, it was her first fragrance, and it was launched in, let me read off the website here. It was launched in 2004. And let me read you what it says. Britney Spears' Curious is a lively, bright, and effervescent, fruity floral aimed at 20-somethings with attitude. The curious woman is romantic, independent, and mischievous, one who's not afraid of risk. This is Britney Spears' first fragrance. In partnership with Coty Incorporated, launched in 2004, it became an instant hit with the public. So this was Britney Spears' first fragrance, I was right about that. And when it says aimed at 20-somethings with attitude, I remember it being launched because I remember when I was going to Oklahoma, I saw a billboard with the ad where she's like looking over her shoulder in the hotel room. So I remember the launch of Curious somewhat by seeing billboards around because, of course, Britney was like very popular back then. I mean, she still is, but you know, that was like her peak of her fame. So I remember the Curious launch somewhat. And then going to malls and seeing like the bottle, and then you have like those big bottles that are like way bigger than the size of my head, and it's like Curious everywhere. So I remember that at that mall somewhere on the way to Oklahoma, but I wouldn't say the 20 somethings ever really used it as much as middle school aged. Because I know some of my friends smell it and they're like, oh, it reminds me of middle school. And I don't know if it's because like people my age at the time at 2004, which was like 13 years ago or whatever, like when we grew up, we liked Curious, I guess. And I don't know, I feel like less than 20 somethings like it. More than like maybe the age it was aimed at the time. But I'll read you about the fragrance. And it says, the composition is based on the notes of white flowers surrounded with vanilla and musk nuances. I don't know what that means, but I'll probably just say vanilla and musk scents. It opens with fresh lotus, which I know was the Louisiana lotus, which she talked about at the launch, which reminded her of home and everything. Mouth-watering pear and magnolia, and the attentive floral heart is composed of tuberose, jasmine, and pink cyclamen. And of course, here's the white florals who kind of go with the lotus. And the central base is composed of more musk, vanilla, and precious woods. So cyclamen, the only other fragrance I have with cyclamen that I've reviewed was Christina Aguilera's Red Sin. And I would say I've smelled cyclamen like raw from a nursery, so it kind of has that natural plant smell. And I would say in Red Sin, Christina Aguilera's, you smell it. But in here, Curious, I feel I'm getting more like of a watery lotus scent. Like this isn't too floral. I'll spray it right now. I'll actually get close, so hopefully you guys can see it. But I've always described this fragrance as watery. And by watery, I don't mean that the fragrance itself is watered down like a weak fragrance. It's a very light fragrance in general. Perfect for now, spring and summer, which we're kind of going to go into summer school-wise, but I don't know about season-wise. But I've always smelled it as a watery fragrance in the sense of how light it is. And when I say light, don't be afraid by it's not going to last you all day, because it is a pretty powerful scent, because I do get noticed when I wear it. But for some reason, I can never bring out any description but watery. Like, I feel like this is what fancy Louisiana water or bath water would smell like. Like, I feel this was Britney's, like, soap with water. Like, this is how she associates Louisiana. And I would go to Louisiana expecting to smell this, like, walking around the streets. But from what I've heard, it doesn't smell like Curious, you know. So, that's the bottle. And here I have the 6.8 fluid ounce lotion of Curious. And this one, I actually went to the Elizabeth Arden, what do you call it? Outlet. And that was in the Tanger Outlets. I'm not sure if it's in San Marcos, Texas, or buy it, but yeah, that's where I got this one from. Because I had one of this size. And this one's the 1 ounce, 1.7 ounce. So, you know, this is like your standard now that you get more elongated. Or not, you get the 3.4, which is a little elongated also, and it makes you think you have this much, but in all seriousness, they should really go back to this size of lotion when you pay the $65, $80 in a gift set. But this one comes with like the Christmas gift sets, these tiny ones. And this one's actually the shower gel, and I got this one from a friend. And I have the lotion in this size also, but I had two, but I finished them. And then I bought the lotion in this size, and it's called the Deliciously Whipped Body Souffle. And what I like about this lotion is that the description is really true. It's really close to detail, or they paid close attention to detail, either writing up the description for the lotion or when they made the lotion to write it up as close to the lotion as possible. And by that, it says, this creamy body souffle leaves skin sleek and deliciously scented. And by sleek, I think because it's whipped, it's not like your typical lotion. So I'll put it on my finger right now. And I'm not sure if you guys are going to see that. But you see, it's not runny. And it's not like other lotions. But when I rub it in, I'll rub it in here. I feel the florals come out more in the lotion than they do in the fragrance itself. They're kind of similar, but this one, the lotion, I feel it smells like right when you spray Curious and you smell it like right as you spray it. That like watery scent, that's what I'm getting. And to be honest with you, I don't know which floral in the fragrance it is. But from looking here, I want to say it's probably the lotus and musks. Because I've smelled like the tuberose scents before, and those ones are really strong floral. And you're not getting that in here. And then pink cyclamen. I would say it's that kind of a natural nursery cyclamen smell, but not much. And I'm probably going to say it's probably musk and lotus that you're smelling the most. But it smells good because with vanilla, I expect like those sweet, creamier vanillas, but I'm not smelling that in this fragrance. But I'd say the lotion is more close to smell as the beginning of your initial spray of Curious. And the shower gel, I feel it smells a little dirtier, as in this one smells more cyclamen-like. And it kind of has that smell, but it smells a little weirder than the lotion and the fragrance itself. So I don't know what it is about that, but I mean, it's okay, and it kind of leaves you okay. And it just says, lather up. This delicately scented cleansing gel will make you want to sing in the shower. So, I mean, you want to be Britney Spears, and if you sing in the shower to Britney, what better thing to use than her Curious shower gel? And it's called the Lather Me Up shower gel, so you know you're lathering up, singing to Hit Me Baby one more time. But yeah. And that was my review for Curious. So, all in all, it was a very watery scent, but watery as in, I'd say, a more natural smell instead of a watered down fragrance as in weak. And this is by no means a weak fragrance because you can, like how they say with the lipstick layer on the color, this fragrance you can do a very light spray because the big bottle has like those vintage pumps. And I feel that pump makes this fragrance more airy. And it kind of gives you like a light mist of fragrance around you, like an aura of fragrance. And this one, it's like the natural atomizer, so it kind of sprays a pretty good amount. And that kind of builds up, like you can build it up, but by that, I wouldn't say spray still close to your neck, kind of give it some distance, and kind of like just spray around you like one day. Because it is an airy scent, so it could get carried away. But if you want to walk down a hallway at school or at work, wherever you people are, you could just have like a nice trail Curious behind you. And it's going to be a very interesting fragrance. Like I'd say it's pretty signature in a way, as in compared to her fantasies and her radiances. I'd say it's not as sweet and it's not as perfumey as the radiance. But it kind of falls in between like circus fantasy, as in it wasn't the sweet, creamier midnights in regular fantasy. And it's not as perfumey as Radiance and Cosmic Radiance. So if you kind of like circus fantasy, I'd say go for Curious. And if you like Believe, Curious may be a long shot with you because Believe, what I've heard from it is kind of muskier and kind of smells like a cologne, but it also smells sweet at the same time. But I haven't smelled it, so I can't say a true opinion on Believe. But Curious is pretty good. And yeah, if you like Britney either way, why wouldn't you buy this? And I know there's smaller size bottles. I want to say 30 mil. No, 15 mil, sorry. And it comes with a lightly dusting, glitter scented, brushy thingy. So, like, you sprinkle on the glitter on you or the powder, and it's scented powder, so you sparkle and you kind of smell like Curious. So, kind of like, I guess if you guys use baby powder to, like, help a scent or something, like, that's what it is. That's what I'm guessing it is. But yeah. And also, guys, if you guys could tell me if you're interested, um, I was planning on doing a jewelry collection video or just showing off my jewelry. And I wanted to say that because I got this ring. It's a snake ring. Hopefully you guys can see it. Hopefully it's focusing. But yeah, I got this ring. And I had that other necklace. And I also got this